FIA make late rule tweak ahead of Monaco GP after Max Verstappen investigation drama. The FIA have changed the way they communicate with teams about fuel temperatures after Max Verstappen was almost caught out at the Spanish Grand Prix. The tweak will be in effect from Monaco onwards as the governing body hope to avoid the kind of drama that came with Red Bull's last-minute salvage job in Catalonia. According to current regulations, fuel cannot be less than 10 degrees Celsius below the ambient air temperature at all times. Teams monitored the ambient temperature at 34 degrees in Spain, but some erupted into panic when the FIA declared it as 35 shortly before the race. Verstappen's team, therefore, needed extra time to get their temperature to at least 25 degrees and in line with the rules. The Dutchman, along with AlphaTauri's Pierre Gasly, made it to the grid with seconds to spare, and some were skeptical that the Red Bull Stars car may have been running illegally. The FIA later clarified that this was not the case, but race director Eduardo Freitas pledged to make a minor but potentially important tweak starting in Monaco. In his stewards event notes this Friday, as reported by Planet F1, he wrote, "The official air temperature message, which is sent 1 hour before each practice session and 2 hours before the race, will now be displayed to 1 decimal place. That should give teams a better idea of where they stand, and prevent the kind of scrambles that almost saw Gasly and Verstappen consigned to disaster in Spain." Ferrari boss Mattia Binotto was among those to suggest suspicion after Verstappen was cleared by the monitoring data. The FIA did investigate the problem with Verstappen's car but deemed there had been no fuel infringement. After the brief investigation, Ferrari boss Binotto said, "I can only trust the FIA and I'm pretty sure they are comfortable. They checked it. And maybe that's not the right explanation as well, you should ask them." Fuel punishments have been dished out in the past as Mercedes were slapped with a fine in 2019 and Sebastian Vettel was disqualified from an unlikely second place in Hungary last year for finishing the race with too little left in the tank. Colder fuel is better for the car's combustion chambers, which could lead to a power advantage. Surviving by the skin of his teeth did Verstappen no harm last weekend as he romped to his 4th Grand Prix victory of the season at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. In the process, the Dutchman snatched the championship lead from Charles Leclerc, who couldn't finish the race due to an engine issue in his Ferrari. But the prancing horse superstar was back on top this Saturday as drivers left it all out on the track for Monaco qualifying. Grid positioning is particularly important on their historic street circuit because of how difficult overtaking can be on Sunday. To make matters worse for Red Bull, Ferrari closed out the front row as Carlos Sainz took second, and Verstappen had to make do with fourth behind teammate Sergio Perez. A late collision between Perez and Sainz saw the day's final session brought to a premature end.